Is this real? I gotta put myself on streamer mode again. What am I looking at? There we go. Oh my, oh my. I mean, when I can't edit my profile when I'm in streamer mode because Discord. Put up streamer mode back. There we go. And then ping la Discord. Yippee! 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 I'm still eating my food as well, but yep. Alright. Here we are. So this yes. I'm thinking this might work already, but I might not. I probably need to handle like negative angles and shit with this. Hello, Davey. I'm just eating and planning. So basically with the length and angle representation, it's really hard to add two vectors together. Not possible. Hello, Ketto. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, in the angle and magnitude form, it's really hard to just add two vectors together. So I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna do the thing finally where I just convert the component form and add the vectors together and then convert back whenever I need that, right? And this is supposed to work, but I still need to take the X component into account in some way when getting the angle. But taking the Y component and dividing by length is basically me taking the dot product. Well, no, just taking the Y component is like taking the dot product, because I would be taking the dot product against this thing, and the length is 1, right? And if you don't happen to remember the dot product, it's this, right? You take the X component of one vector and the X component of the other vector, and multiply them together, and then you do the same for the Y components, and then you add them together. And you can imagine, if the other vector is 0 and 1, then the dot product is the equivalent, or like taking the Y component is the equivalent of taking the dot product with that, 0, 1 vector. So that's like a nice simplification. But if I just have, oh, let me bring up GIMP. Bucket. Why so big? There we go. Let's do the fucking axes here. So if I have a vector that points here, then I'm taking the Y component, so it's gonna be like this length, then I'm dividing it by, what am I dividing it by? I'm dividing it by the length. Hold on. Does that make any fucking sense? No, it does make sense. It does make sense. Because the length has the x component with it as well. I'm gonna get some value between 0 and 1. And that's supposed to give me the angle. But it really only tells me if we're pointing to the x-axis, the y-axis, or something in between. It does not tell me if we're this way at all. Or, I mean, it should tell me if we're down here. So I guess the range it can represent is this. Because the y component can be negative. So we can handle all of these angles right now. But these are not going to be represented yet. And I guess that's just... like, I just have to take the sine of the x-axis. I don't have to worry about x being 0, but if, yeah, if x is something positive, then we're on this side. If x is negative, then we're on this side. There's nothing really... there's nothing else that I need to know about x. Fair enough. But I don't want to just kind of multiply by x. I'm actually annoyed. At some point, when I started doing the angle shit, I thought vector 2, 0, 1 would be the x-axis, but no, it's the y-axis. I might have to change everything so the angle is taken against the x-axis instead of y-axis. Because life is easier that way. But anything YouTube been up to? Anything exciting? For me, I've been binging Hunter x Hunter again. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like my 18th time watching the show. I love that shit. It's so good. I can tell you, if you haven't watched Hunter x Hunter and you like anime, like action anime, shonen, definitely fucking watch it. It's highly regarded for a reason. It starts a bit slow, but it gets really good. Nice, nice. Dude, that's gonna be me in the future. I don't have to tell you. Like, someday, I feel like I will make a language, but we'll see. Oh, what are the projects? Are they Minecraft servers? Or something entirely different? Okay, let me think about this as well. So. If our x is positive, then our angles... no, I'm actually gonna have to change this to do this against the x-axis. It's not good otherwise. Because the way that the angles are supposed to work is that this is 0 degrees. This is pi degrees, and 2 pi and 0 are the same. So if my boundary for this goes here, then I'm gonna need some extra logic. If the boundary is here, then I can just say, oh, if y is negative, then add pi. And that's the whole thing. So I'll convert the other logic so I can have an easier time here. It's gonna be changing this. Oh, is that it? That's literally it. Wow. Sure, we take those. But it might change how the movement works. But I don't really care. Convert. I thought that was gonna be a bit more. I was done fast. Mm-hmm. How are you enforcing the rhythm stuff? I'm curious. It's like the one limitation in Minecraft is the like 20 ticks per second. But I guess you just have to jump to the rhythm somehow. Oh, hello, Vestev. Hope you are doing good. Okay, okay. Damn. I've said this about your other servers, but I gotta check that out. I really do. But anyway. Damn, I just thought maybe when I get this game to a certain point, you'll be interested in like building stuff in this engine. Maybe. I don't know. It's possible. Yeah. Okay. So this is this. Okay. Now, if we don't y is below 0, then we add pi. Yippee! I guess it's an I64. Gotta make this mutable now. Any errors? No errors. Yippee! Okay. Yeah, I can say my plan is that if I have someone making stuff, then they're gonna be using the tools that I made, right? And not like really touching the engine. Unless I want someone to like make their own game with it, if that makes sense. Like it's different. There's a difference between making stuff in the parkour game and then taking the parkour game engine and making something with it, right? But yeah, I can definitely see it would be more restrictive than Minecraft, I think. If I wanted to do like custom like data pack type stuff or like plugin type stuff, then I think one of the first things would be to either make a language or embed Python. And that'll be that. Let me think if adding this is bad at all and ever. Okay, if y is 0, let's say that we're looking this direction. Oh. So we're looking here, and how is this gonna work? Our x is gonna be -1. We get the fixed a cos of that. This is gonna give us like pi, I guess. Ooh. And then this is gonna add. Is this correct even? Hold on, what was I thinking? If we're pointing here, This is fine because y is above 0. And the x component gives us this. Pointing here, the x component should give us this. And if we're pointing here, it should, like, if this is mirrored, it should give us the same shit here, because the x component is the same, so we get this angle. So what we actually need to add is not pi. Adding pi would put us here. We need to... Okay, I kind of know what to do. I just need to formulate it in the words. But I'm gonna finish my food first. The food finisher. One idea that I've had floating around in my head for like a programming language, I don't know if it would make any sense. It's basically, or at least what I've gathered so far, is that like when you write functions and shit, they're kind of compiled, like the code is compiled in terms of the functions, or like if you make modules, then they're like in separate compilation units and whatever, and then they're like put together, right? So what I've been thinking is that in compiled languages, like how much does it actually matter? Like where you split things into functions and whatever for like performance stuff and like compilation time and whatever. But honestly, that might just be like a very, very minuscule difference that doesn't matter at all. Well, anyway, that aside, if I was to make a language, then it would probably be something where I try to have like a really high level of abstraction, and you can have like more guarantees about the code. Mm-hmm. And like, you know how in Zig, you can say, you can tell the compiler, like, oh, this like branch of code is unreachable, right? And I think the language either panics if it does reach that, or then it's like undefined behavior. But what I'm thinking is, like, in that context, it's basically assumed that the programmer knows more about how the code is going to work than the like language, right? But what I'm thinking is that the compiler should know more than the person, basically. And like, let's say you get input to your program, like user input, like it's just a string. It's gonna be some sequence of bytes. So in that point of code, like, you might say, okay, let's take a byte sequence, and the maximum length is, let's say, like 500 bytes. So then the program should be able to handle any sequence of bytes that's the length of 500. And if you want to like restrict what the sequence can be, maybe you want it to be valid UTF-8, right? Then you pass it through a function that's like, okay, restrict the sequence so it's valid UTF-8. And then from that point on, the compiler knows, like, okay, past this point in the code, if it wasn't valid UTF-8, we go like into this part, but if it is valid, then we can continue and whatever. I was mostly, before thinking about this, in terms of like numbers, And oh, if the number is like in this range, then proceed forward. If it's not in this range, then panic. And then the compiler would know, okay, the number is definitely within this range. And if you try to like access an array, if the number is guaranteed to be within the bounds of the array, then you don't have to care, right? Because it's already handled. Mm-hmm. Anyways, done with the food. Aye. Time to get this shit done. I thought to myself, this is the stream that I get this to work. Like, definitely. Like, I'm so close already. Okay. Oh yeah, this is the thing that I was thinking about. Do we just say pi minus the angle? Is that what we want? Let's see. Get rid of this shit. This vector points here. This vector points here. What is the difference between these? So this is, say this is x. And then we want this. It's actually, I was about to say that it's plus 90 degrees, but not necessarily. The angle could be something like this, and then it's not 90. Our clue is that if it's exactly pi, then it should be the same. If pi should be the same, and I guess also if 0, it should be the same. 0 and pi should give us the same value, and then otherwise it's mirrored like this. Holy, why does my brain not want to do this? It's not simple addition. It's 2 pi minus let's see. Dude, I've done this before. I've actually done this before. I just remembered. I don't have to think about this. I've done this. What? Okay. I didn't have the space there. Oh, it's in the block contact thing. A regular contact, there we go. Damn, I'm not doing it here? Bruh. What do you mean? I thought I was doing this already. Apparently not. Or was it? Oh, it was the velocity flip stuff. Actually, yes. Why do the work when I could copy my earlier self? Okay. I am indeed doing this pi minus the angle. Does that really work? Or 2 pi minus the angle? Oh, yeah, fuck, now I'm seeing it. Yeah, because the other side is this, right? This and this are the same. And if I take the full circle and I take this angle away from it, then it's going to be this. Yeah, so this is just 2 pi minus the angle. Yep. Yep. Angle is pi times 2 minus angle. But let's see. Do we have 2 pi anywhere? We don't. We have pi squared, but we don't have pi multiplied by 2. But that's fine. So I gotta change the casing on that at some point. Anyway. So this should work technically. Almost like... Yeah. True. Instead of calling it 2 pi, I can just call it tau. True. I'm actually gonna... Am I gonna do that? Because the reason that I have these squared in here is that I get more precision. Like, if I take the fixed point pi and I multiply it as fixed point, it's less accurate than if I take the floats, multiply the floats, and then convert it to fixed point. And I'm thinking the same might happen for pi times 2. So I might as well do that. I'm just gonna print it here. What do we do? The full legal first and last name of pi. Float to fixed. Bam. That's not on this me 0.0. Did we complain about anything? Hey. Oh yeah, once on F32. My bad. Let's get tau in here. Can't wait for the game to print a billion things and I can't find the tau. There we go. Please. There we go. Where was I doing anything? It was fn convert. We shouldn't have any errors. We don't. Okay, I will write the unit test now. I've been avoiding it, at least in my head. So I gotta uncomment these tests when the velocity actually works. And I can do those again. There's just like some invalid code there that uses the old velocity system instead of the new one. Yippee! Anyway. Oh yeah. Guess I'm gonna just slap it here. You can just do the same for all of these. I could do this as a one-liner, I guess. This is probably gonna fail. But that's fine. Oh yeah, I need the semicolon. I love pasting code and not formatting it correctly and then just doing cargo format. I love it. Oh, errors. What are the errors? I gotta fucking scroll through all of this. It's almost like I should address the warnings. Oh. Wait, huh? Okay, so it wants to forward one. Sure. I can give the 2. Maybe it failed. And it failed spectacularly. What the fuck? 253. What is that? Is it the first one? It is the first one. Yay! What is happening? Why are we failing? This should be fine. Even the length is fucked. What? I guess the scale is incorrect. I thought getting the square root would put the scale down, but apparently not. I gotta bit shift this down. Down, not up. Probably by 32. And the length is still incorrect. These numbers aren't lined up, so I actually can't tell which one is bigger. Lululul. Okay, so now it's way too small. Her. What the hell? That should be fine. That's why this is indeed how we're trying to get the length. That's fine. Getting the square root. Ow, don't tell me that getting the square root is fucked because of fixed point numbers. No, do I have to implement square root myself? No! Why did nobody tell me that I have to implement square roots if I do fixed point numbers? Oh, that sounds like a pain. No. No, I did. Fuck. Well, yeah, it makes sense though. Now that I think about it, that it wouldn't work the same. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. What are the square root approximation? It's my confidence of getting the velocity shit to work this stream just plummeted down. What the hell? Okay, okay. Okay. So this is not square root, but this is approximating the hypotenuse, which is really what I want anyway. A plus b squared divided by 2a. Okay. Let's plot this. Sorry for the flashbang. Does Dark Reader work here? Maybe. We'll see. I usually don't use GeoGebra in Firefox Basic kind of doesn't work well. Oh, mine. Can I type? So this is square root, and this is... Okay. Oh, I'm just dumb. I like how I'm taking this from the history section instead of going to, like, the newer ones. Well, it's the first one I saw. How to import this? What if I just implement it? Fuck it. I don't need to visualize this. I just need to implement it. So true. So true. Let's go. More numerical inaccuracy. Yippee! So it's gonna be x plus then multiply fixed points. Y twice. Technically, actually, I can just do y times y because these already, yeah. Y times y, that's fine. And then we divide by 2a, and that actually should give me the correct scale for the number. Because here I'm increasing the scale with the multiplication, and then with the division I'm decreasing the scale, and it should be by the same amount. So this all should work out. And we need 2a. So we need x times 2. And this is good. This is good, this is good. And I can just multiply by 2. It doesn't change the scale of the number or whatever. It works. Okay. Sure. Let's run the test and see what happens. It's definitely gonna fail still. Like, I'll be very surprised if it succeeds. Ooh, the length is fucking negative. Hmm. What was the length? That's... Tell me the length. That is quite small, indeed. Guys, want to take the absolute value? This is a b squared divided by 2a. Yep. I guess I'm just taking the absolute value of this and then hoping that's correct. Let's see. What do you say? Not quite. Not quite. I at the incorrect scale, perhaps? Coping? Just slightly coping, you know, not too much. Okay, I'm getting... This number looks suspiciously familiar. Yeah. Okay, the approximation is actually pretty fucking good. I'm getting the same exact number by doing the other shit. That's awesome. Okay. Interesting. I'm somewhat amazed about that. But the ancient Babylonian fucking approximation for getting the hypotenuse works pretty well. Also, I'm just gonna give up and do fixed point multiplication here. I'm thinking that I just fucked up the scale, and that's all of my problems. V don't I, V don't I, V don't I here. And then we want to do wide fixed point. I guess that's fine. We don't need to do this then. That's gonna be v dot x. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Oh yeah, this has to be v dot x. And then this is that. Okay, let's test it. Yippee! Please give me a result that's close. Oh, okay, we're getting negative length. Still. Oh, okay. I guess I kind of should be expecting this. Because if you're trying to get the hypotenuse, then you know, like, these are supposed to be positive numbers. You're not gonna get negative lengths ever when you're working with triangles. So that makes sense. It makes sense that the approximation wouldn't take that into account. And like if I'm doing the quote-unquote real formula, then I'm squaring both numbers. That just gets rid of the negatives. What the hell? Dude, why? Why is the length a gazillion? I don't get it. What the fuck? Why? Okay, I need to display these as thingy things. This is 253. That's panicking. Yeah. Okay. And then, oh, I don't have the fucking thing. Okay. All right. We get v dot length, and we want to convert it to text to float. That, and then we do fixed to float, and we put this fucking monster there. Dot length, and that should give me the correct print. What are your lengths? Oh. The other is like 1.5 and the other is a gazillion. Yeah. Yeah. Where do we go so wrong? This should all be correct. Am I doing something fucked here? So I don't modify the length afterwards, like this is it. I don't even need this line here. Oh, I don't need these either. This should also be fine. Like we're getting plus on the sign. Yeah, imagine if the problem is here. That would be fucking awesome. I don't think that should... Oh my god. The problem indeed isn't here. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. It's nice to sometimes to say shit for fun and be like, oh, imagine if this thing, haha. How funny would that be? Imagine that. Imagine that! The links are the fucking same now. Yay, dude, I was multiplying the fixed point numbers like they're normal integers. Hee hee. Fuck. Okay, I'm glad the issue was so simple. God damn. God damn. Okay. Fuck. It's all it. I've sometimes thought maybe I should have like a fixed point class for numbers, and then it would automatically just do the right kind of multiplication. Ay. Okay, what are we doing now? What have we changed? So we used to do a square root here. Do we want to do this or do we want to do that? I guess I'll copy this as a comment for now. Like I could do this and get the more accurate length. But okay, now the question is, why is our angle fucked? Is it because of the length being incorrect? Well, we're getting the same length. There can't be that. It must be that this conversion is just a bit inaccurate. And to be fair, this number is very fucking small. It is very small. Let's actually print how small it is. Print the whole fucking vector. Oh, but I'm dumb. I meant to get the angle as a float. So this won't do. I need to do next the floats. So this is the inaccuracy penalty that we're going to be suffering. But I think that's fine. Like this is how much we're off, right? This is the error. And the lengths are the same, which is amazing. Or are they the same? I think they are. 6629, 6629, 2817, 2817, 92. Okay, the lengths are literally the same. That is awesome. We're just getting a slight inaccuracy on the angle. And you're not gonna notice this when playing the game, because it's gonna be like friction doing whatever bullshit to and yada yada yada. Assuming that this is gonna be the same for all vectors. That's kind of the assumption that I'm doing. I should write another test that just gives me arbitrary vectors and does the conversion. And then I see if all of the values are kind of below some threshold of error and that everything works. But hope exists again. Hope is real. I can actually do it this stream. Let's go. Also, we're gonna do it like this again. I'm gonna use the real square root and see if that gives us anything different. What? Oh yeah, it has to be... There we go. Let's see what happens. It actually compiles, first of all. That's awesome. Okay, so we're getting the same. My problem with these is that let me go to the function. We're casting numbers, we're doing bit shifting. I guess it's not that bad. But might as well use the real square root. You know, the real one. Instead of doing the approximation. Ay. Anyway. Let's write the real test. Yay. So I don't need those there, but I'm gonna write the real test and then I'll do it. Hashtag hashed. I just got reminded. The one thing that I'm probably gonna make before my own language is my own text editor. Because holy shit. I don't know if there is an editor where you have autocomplete, but it doesn't grab your fucking input without your consent. Right? Like, I'm just writing something. Let's say I wanted to write test and then move to the line below. Impossible. You're in the word completion box, bitch! Oh my god. Like, really? Really? I don't want to be there. Let me out. Yeah. My solution would be that if you press tab, then, like, tab is such a fucking free key. Like, what are we using tab for? Indenting? Sure. But I'm thinking, like, if you type something and then you press tab, I guess you could want this to indent further, even if you're here. But I'm thinking tab could just be the autocomplete key. You write something, and then you press tab, and then you would activate the fucking autocomplete box, right? And without that, it just stays out of your way. Holy shit, do I want that. Probably I could mod like VS Code to do that, but fuck VS Code. What do I actually want to do now? Yeah. Maybe it's time to go to NeoVim. Maybe. But it's also... Hold on, let me... I don't remember what point I left this project in. So we're gonna see. Ay. I guess I can think about this at the same time. Let's go from like negative 100 to 100. And then we're gonna multiply by something. It only takes... Oh, okay. You mean like the... using like J and whatever to like move up and down and shit like that? Or does NeoVim have something different? Yay, I don't think the cursor is not real and can't hurt me. And going up and down is not real, I don't think. Yeah, no, we can go side to side though. We only have uppercase letters. There's a lot missing, right? But I can type text and then hold on. I need to run the shit again. and it actually saves. So there's like very, very basic functionality. What would I need to make this actually workable? Syntax highlighting. Alright, going up and down, reloading the file changes. What else would I be missing? Like compared to said, I guess being able to open multiple files is one thing. Supporting more symbols is also one thing. Yeah, I don't really support that many symbols right now. There's still, you know, some stuff missing. Oh, I do have a hashtag. I don't have angle brackets. I don't have normal brackets. I don't have square brackets. Oh, I'm pressing tab is like, it inserts the actual tab character. That's awesome. And I don't have a comma either. I'm just curious. Oh yeah, and also doing like auto indentation. That's one thing. Yeah. But that's like a fun project to work on, right? if I ever get to it again. It would be kind of a flex to be writing my own game without a game engine with my own text editor. I'm just looking at the pure like ego potential there. But then, you know, I could, well, you know, the ultimate flex would be it still be a doable flex to have your own language that you made your own operating system in, and then you have all your own software, right? Like making your own CPU, I think that's kind of going too far. Even making an operating system is like hella hard, I think. Like there's a lot of stuff that you have to do. Anyway. True. So true. I sometimes forget that that man existed, Terry Davis. Some I so I gotta real quick close something. There we go. Didn't want to bring it on screen. Pa, 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 pa. Yep. Okay. That and then we have this monster here. I guess we're just gonna do assert equals for the lengths. And we're gonna hope that this just works. If we can keep the lengths, that's fine. I'm fine with having those. And let's see. Ooh, actually, I'm curious. What do you think about Jonathan Blow? In my opinion, sometimes he has some interesting takes. Like I think I've seen some clips relating to like climate change and saying that it's not really a problem, and I'm like, that's not really what I would say. um yeah. But I think in terms of programming, like definitely some good stuff. Some good stuff, yes. Surely that's how it should be put. Anyway, guess I'll first hope and do that. And then I'll remove these from here. These are, this test is testing something else. Other test will handle the other stuff. We don't need that, and we don't need that either. Please let me select. Oh, do you have the same take as me? That's what it sounds like. Huh? Oh. Okay, what am I doing here? I'm building it based on components, and then I'm surprised that it's component based. Yippee! I guess I should be building it based on angles? Okay, that was a good one. You got me with that one. I gotta give it to you. Fuck. Yeah. No, but it's the comedy side, it is pretty crazy. Yeah. Because, you know, of course, like, bad things are happening elsewhere as well. Like, wars are happening, but then it's like, you know, a country that's supposed to be, like, modern and civilized and whatever, doing that shit? Oof. But, something lifetime of empires, something. Okay, where am I getting angles? I actually do want to make these, actually no, fuck it. So this is component form, so we want to do this, do V here, and then yeah, I don't know if it seems like the president is doing some shit, you know? Also, real fast, I have to say this. This is the kind of shit that makes me be pissed off at spaces that have a rule where it's like, oh, no politics. Because having a rule that says no politics just means accept the status quo and don't question it, you know, or like don't discuss it here. It's like, oh, bro, okay, sure. I would have more respect if they said accept the status quo and don't discuss it here rather than no politics. And it's also that, because if they said accept the status quo and don't discuss it here, then they would have exceptions for issues that they personally care about. And it's like, oh, you can discuss those because that's like important. Yeah. Okay. I guess I'm okay. Here I'm actually doing the thing. Okay, so this is how we get the angles. True. Context shift. Activate. Yeah, good luck. It's no, not back quite yet. I also have a friend who lives in Russia, and you know, they also have their own issues. I can just say that. Yeah, it's rough. I guess I'll just leave it there, like that. But this is not going to be entirely correct. There should be in the range of 0 should be the smallest angle, I think. Are we ever gonna have negative angles on this shit? We shouldn't really. We go from 0 to pi. Yeah, yeah. A slight Finland flex, but I'm pretty happy with where I'm living, you know? I would say it's like one of the S tier spawn points, honestly. Granted, we do have an aggressive neighbor, but it's I don't like the general consensus in Finland is that it's fine, right? Like if shit starts going down, then it starts going down, but it's the country is pretty well prepared for that. And how would I say? The thing isn't like, oh, okay, happens, then be fine because we're prepared. At least that's not my mental. It's more that we are so prepared that it doesn't make sense to attack us. Yeah. And I mean, Sweden is also a good choice because you have Finland as a buffer, you know? Like if shit starts going down, then Sweden's gonna be like chilling and be like, okay, I guess we'll help you. Say, okay, cool, awesome. So how many fucking angles is this? Let's see. What are we working with here? How many iterations and how long is it gonna take? Oh, it fucking passes instantly, so I don't have to worry about that. So now what I can do is for length and what do we want to do? I don't really care about zero vectors. Let's just do like 1 divided by 5 and go to ten. This is gonna be like too much. So I need to. How do I actually do this? Oh, okay, I'm dumb. That's good to know. Okay. Let's say we go from 1 to 100. And we just multiply by that. And then I can... What the hell? I hit a key combo to fucking comment the line. Awesome. I can divide by 10. So we get fractionals as well. Let's go to like 1,000. How long is it gonna take now? Is the question? Let's see. Oh, okay. Not gonna lie, when you said Amazon, I was thinking of the company before the forest. Gotta say it. Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe there's gonna be some people in the fucking rainforest that we don't know about. It's possible. It's possible. But yeah. Dude, I gotta think about this shit sometime, like, more. Because, I'm also waiting for fusion to finally be solved. There's this also some interesting paper that I read about in like a meme channel of a Discord server, I believe. I don't remember why I read it. But that is a very probable guess. That basically when you get fusion working, apparently this, I've not checked like the actual proper good sources for this, mind you. Apparently when you can get fusion working, then it's like you can also turn mercury into fucking gold, like in the process. It's like, yeah, it's like fusion, practically in unlimited energy. Yeah, let's just make gold on the side. Why not? Sure, buddy. I'm like, if we see that happen, I wonder how it's gonna affect the incentives of like going to war and whatever. But I guess part of it is for land. Also, welcome to a tutorial on how to make your YouTube content not marked as for kids. Just talk about war and geopolitics. So true. Oh yeah, but the point was basically that it would be like you would just do it like on the side. Like it would happen as a byproduct of fusion, right? Fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay. I don't really need to know that anymore. I'll still keep the eye going. It's good to know how far I got in the test. Also, damn, wait, do you make YouTube videos? I feel like I'm living under a rock. You might have said it at one point and then I fucking completely forgot. I am. But I'm pretty sure they have not linked it on Discord. Yeah, I feel like I should make another channel where I encourage people to like post their what they want to basically promote, right? Because some people don't link their shit in their fucking profile, and I'm like, damn. Like, I have a friend who fucking streamed, and they don't like. I didn't even know what channel on Twitch they're streaming on because they don't have it on their profile. I'm like, look, what am I supposed to do? Ay, ay. Okay, okay, fair enough, fair enough. Gotta have the separate identities and all that. I think it's angle and then length. But I'm gonna check. This reminded of something fucking hilarious that happened semi recently. Holy shit. Okay, okay. Um okay, so angle first and then length. Um so I play Rocket League sometimes, right? It's a pretty fun game, I would say. Okay, let me focus on this first and I'll tell this story. Angle and then length. Okay. Angle and then length. There we go. So yeah, I play Rocket League sometimes, pretty fun game. I have like 5,000 hours on it, but I'm still like mid. I'm decent, not amazing, right? But it's a fun game. I just play for fun, not to like be the best in the world. Partly because I've kind of just realized that it actually requires work to be really good at the game, and I'm not interested in putting in the work. Um, that aside, so I'm like playing 1v1s, and there's my opponent just gets salty, right? And I have like a grand champion title, like grand champion tournament winner, and I got that from like playing in a rumble tournament with friends, and one of the friends was like high ranked, so kind of carried, but also they're not the best at rumble. I believe if we played that tournament with a like usual lineup, or even if I solo played, it's possible for me to win, but it was definitely like easier with the one friend who was like slightly better at the base game, right? Anyway, that all aside, he's saying something like worst GC ever in the chat. And I was just having the time of my life just playing the game. I was genuinely just enjoying myself. It was so good. And I look at the chat and I'm like, okay, like how can I troll this guy? Like sometimes people are salty. I just a bit. Just see what they do. And I said some shit like you're supposed to have okay, hold on, actually. I'm gonna try to remember and then I'm gonna check the screenshot that I took. Okay. It was like you're supposed to have consent before degrading someone like that. Something along those lines. Let me fucking find the full fucking thing. It was good though. It was like the gameplay combined with this talking shit. It was amazing. There we go. I found it. This is the peak of my Rocket League experience. It was amazing. Oh yeah, I worded it so much better than I remembered. Oh yeah, yeah. But I like the fact that he seemed to take it well. At least he said GG at the end. Ay, ay. It was good. Good times, good times. Yeah, yeah. It's like, how would I say? I like to do it in a way that doesn't, well, degrade the other person. Like, I don't want necessarily just want to insult them. That's like, it's like, to do that. It can work sometimes. Um, but if I do that, then usually it's indirectly. Like, if someone just calls me garbage or whatever, um, oh no, because there was one time that like I like to play physical in the game and like bump and demo people, blow their cars up, and um, someone said that I'm a trash bumper. I'm like, if a garbage compactor compacts garbage, then what does a trash bumper do? It's like shit like that. Yeah. Word plays are fun. Just trying to turn the shit they say against themselves. That is the thing that I like to do. Okay. Let's see. This is, oh, it doesn't even compile. Awesome. Oh yeah, I need to borrow. Okay, so here we have this thing. Let's just say that maximum allowed error is 6,000, right? And I'm going to do v dot length, and then v do dot length. If this holds for everything, this is awesome. Then we're gonna assert that it's below 6,000. That line of code felt good to type. Okay. Attempt to divide by 0. Oh, do we have a 0 vector in here? Yeah. Maybe. Well, hold on. What the hell? Where are we dividing by 0? Divide fixed point. What? Where exactly? What the hell? Huh? Well, okay. I think this is what I have to do to get the fucking thing. Okay. Convert from component form. Did we... Huh? We do have a 0 length. What the hell? How? No, but I'm testing it. Oh. Okay. Fair enough. Now this assertion should fail. Okay, there we go. Alright. Well, if this is 0, it means that both components are 0. I guess we can have a special case here, where we just return a vector with 0 length. Okay. Angle doesn't really matter, but we're gonna make it 0, and then... Wait, do we have a thingy thing here? We do. There we go. That should handle that case. Mm, 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 mm. 2, 8, 5. Okay, the lengths are not the same. That is a bit sad. But fair enough. I'm gonna take the absolute value from this. Let's say it's gonna be under 5. That's a mega cope. Okay. There we go. Let's see. $20,000? Huh? Hello? Why so big? Okay, what do we get now? Please, something sensible. Well, it's the same, but what is the actual, like... Oh, okay. So this is still very, very small. Alright. I forgot that 20,000 is actually, like, nothing. Let me change this to this. Go again. Let's see what happens. Okay. Let's put another 0 there. Put another 0. Failed. Huh? Oh, it's... We're actually getting close to values that may matter right now. I don't like that. But we'll see what happens. Let's just add another 0. If this fails, then this is fucked. It might fail for the length. Hopefully not the angle. Oh my god. Well, it's still fine. It's still within parameters, honestly. Let's add another 0. Hope that it's fine. Look. It's getting to a point where it's kind of not good. Okay, what are the angles? I'm thinking this might be like some angle wrapping bullshit. Hopefully. V.angle. Like, hopefully the other one is like 0 and the other one's 2 pi. And that's what's happening. Nope. That is not what's happening. Let's add another 0 and hope that it just fucking passes. Sure. Go to like... Pi divided by 2 is like this. Why did we get so much error? What the hell? Huh? Oh, am I getting a 0 vector? Is that what it is? Yeah, okay, it's 0 length. Why are we getting 0 length? V okay, V is 1. How's it 1? Huh? Huh? This divided by 10 should never be 1. What is happening? Oh, I'm using the wrong variable. I'm using the wrong variable. Wow. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Okay, length error. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. It still fucking fails? And that's about the length. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, now it's gonna think for 2 billion years. Because I gave it too much resolution. Okay, let's increase by a factor of 10. See how long that takes. How long is this gonna take? I wish I could have like a progress bar. Oh, okay, now it's done. I guess I'm reducing the angle resolution by a factor of 10. So this test actually runs in a reasonable amount of time instead of taking a shit ton of time. Please. It still takes a shit ton of time. Holy. Did I save the file? Hello? It's like 50 here. Okay, we're gonna reduce the resolution on the angles. Because I'm thinking, like, on my machine, it should... Like, it should have run now. Right? That is kind of what I'm aiming for. I don't have a target number in my head for the amount of seconds that it should take, but it should definitely have finished by now. Why is it taking so long? I've reduced the range so much, and it's still taking so long. Oh, I'm dumb. I thought that I was reducing the range, but I was increasing the range. Bruh. I need to do this if I want to decrease the range. Sure. I feel great. Yeah, okay, now it's kind of failing instantly. Okay, we're getting some length error, and that's fine. I guess I'd just be printing the maximum error. And then work based on that. Yeah, I should actually do that. That, and then we're gonna panic. Let's see. I'm gonna print the floating point version of this as well. There we go. This is kind of fucked in a way where I don't have a value in mind. I'm putting the threshold value based on what the test is giving me, but I'm looking at the value and being like, is this fine? And a length error of like 0.1 is fine. Oh, this is actually just too big. Okay, let's just put it a bit higher so it doesn't fail, and then we can see what the maximum is. It's taking ages to run again. Let's decrease the scale. Okay. Just write 3 here, and then there we go. That is our limit for that. And then we're gonna take the angle error. And see what that is. That's acceptable. Guess I'm bumping this up to 5 and then I can take these out, take this out. I need those. It should be fine. Oh, did I? Yes, I still need the one thing here. What is the problem? Oh, I deleted too much. Lol. There we go. About to do cargo format and then be happy. All right, let's make a thingy thing. Commit, if you will. This is all fine. Okay. So now I can indeed convert to component form. Holy shit! I thought that this part would be done within half an hour to an hour. It wasn't. It was not. It was indeed not. I'm thinking, do I copy the previous friction that I had, or do I just make a simpler one? I think I might do a simpler one. Do I have any friction here anywhere? Also, I'm not necessarily gonna keep going for the longest amount of time, but it would be awesome to get friction going. Yeah, but I mean, I still like double of the estimate, right? And that's like, yeah, and I guess that's the kind of standard. But I hope that my time estimate of 2 to 8 years doesn't end up doubling to 4 to 16 of that time estimate is for releasing, right? I think 2 to 4 years is a good estimate for releasing the game. And 2 to 8 is like, the 8 is like the worst case fucking disaster scenario. But 4 years, I think. Now 2 to 8 years, I think I'll stick with 2 to 8. 2 to 4 is still like. Well, the 2 to 4, I guess doubled would make sense. Then it would be like 4 to 8 years. But I feel like saying 2 to 8 because that makes it so my estimate is actually within the realistic bounds. I don't care that it's a wide estimate range, right? Because I am trying to account for like life happening and not being able to work on it all the time. That's kind of, you know. But being able to release a game after 16 years of more work, I don't know, Chief. That's gotta be like a hell of a good game. And the world has changed during that time. I don't know if there's still gonna be a market for it. Well, maybe. We'll see. maybe no, I'm talking about my own game. That's the Voxel parkour game. I don't think it's gonna take another 16 years of work, or even 8. The 8 is like if I really just get busy with other stuff and don't have time for this. But even now, like even if I'm busy, every Saturday, just that certain time, there is time if you make time for it. I guess. Well, that's the case for me. My heart goes out to those people who actually don't have time. And it's like you have to spend all of your waking moments like fucking just surviving. Like that shit sucks. Okay, what are we doing? Yeah. Have a good one. And thanks for popping by and chatting. Always good to have you around. Let's see. The angle lift stuff here. Okay, so you want to have different logic for the velocity if we are below or above a certain threshold. Let's see how it works currently. So currently, have some kind of... Oh, it's so... Okay, anything that I will do is better than this. I don't need to think about it. Holy shit. Holy shit. I was thinking about, like, at which speed do I want it to change? Okay, yeah, so we do need to think about it just a little bit. I guess it's just 1. Below 1, above 1 should be fine. Okay. Where do we modify our velocity? Here. So we're just gonna put like a fat fucking if statement here. Okay. Dude, it's amazing. I had some like songs playing in my head earlier. Now I don't. And I just heard silence, if that makes sense. Like my head was silent. It was a weird feeling. The interior, the vibe of the interior room in my head changed. But I don't think that really comes through the stream. That's just funny to think about. Then we go here. Okay. Now if we do this, we shouldn't move at all. Hello. What is wrong? Oh yeah, the horizontal dot length. Now I shouldn't be able to move at all. Yeah, we just don't move. And if I flip the comparison, then we're gonna be able to start moving. But then we'll get stuck as our speed increases past 1. Or do I cap the speed at 1 currently? Maybe. I do. Let's do like minus 500. $500 is fucking peanuts, but that's fine. Yeah, indeed. We can accelerate, but then when we get high enough, the velocity locks. Let's see what happens when we collide with the wall, actually. If we are gonna hit the wall at all. We are not. I'm just gonna make a thing here then. Oh, it doesn't even slide us. Interesting. Anywho. Why does not happen though? Huh? It should just modify the velocity. I guess I'm not calling the slide. I have the slide function, but I'm just not using it. Interesting. That's fine. Alright. Now, okay. So we have the push forward force, and then we have friction. And I need to kind of handle both. Friction is going to be a percentage of the velocity. And the push forward force is going to be a constant. And they should balance out at 1. Maybe we got the push force first. This is going to be simply... I'm going to have the angle. It's going to be where we want to move. Where do we have that angle? Oh, we have the movement input here. Okay. I guess it's just there. It's fine. And then the length is 1. And we have the components of that. That's awesome. And then for friction, we're going to have almost the same. Except instead of 1, I'm going to say horizontal speed. Or, well, not horizontal speed, but or do I have it as a separate variable already? I do, okay. I'm just gonna say horizontal speed then. This is not exactly correct. This is supposed to be like divided by something. This is gonna be the friction constant. Let's see what happens already. Could not compile. Okay, am I missing something? What is missing? Adult horizontal. Fuck me. Yeah, but I actually do need to use these things as well. Okay. Oh, and this should be negative angle. Actually, no, not negative angle. It needs to be plus pi. It needs to be turned 180 degrees, so it's actually slowing us down. And now we have that. I need to say state dot flare dot velocity dot horizontal equals v2. And now we should have basic movement, but we are not even compiling. What is the issue? Oh yeah, we need to say there we go. Let's see how horrible the movement is. Or rather, how awesome it is. Smile. Okay, I'm gonna give you the full experience. I'm gonna turn on desktop audio. That's awesome. Sure. I think the friction movement is working well, but then the other movement is fucking it up. So we're gonna keep ourselves in the friction movement side forcibly and see how that works. Okay, what the hell? It's actually the opposite way. So it was fine with the other one, but not the other. Okay. What do we get? Infinite velocity is my question. Uh, uh, I'm guessing that this is supposed to be length 0. I don't know, the walk force is supposed to be probably length 0 if we're not walking anywhere. And that's fucking us up. And I don't use that variable. There we go. That should maybe work. Oh, look at that. We can walk and we can stop. Oh, and if I contact a wall, then we might get stuck in it. We're moving way too fast, but it is like... I was almost about to say correct, but... What is happening? I think it's inaccurate, which makes sense. Like right here, I'm looking to the side, and we're not moving to the side. But these speeds are going to be handled by the other movement system anyway. We actually don't have to care about that. Well, the numerical error is hitting us. Okay. Why are we going so fast though? Okay, I guess that's why. Us do divided by 2. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to... Also, the walk force is supposed to be handled with the friction shit as well. So what? If I start going straight and then I try to turn, it just doesn't want to. Huh? Sure. Sure. I have no idea what's happening there. Is it somehow like negative speed? Probably. Man. What the hell? Oh, this is not supposed to be on the movement then, but this is supposed to be on the velocity. Bruh. Bruh, 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 bruh moment. Yeah, okay, now it behaves maybe as it should. Yeah, if I start going straight, then I turn, then we just turn normally. So it wasn't numerical error, it was just me being a dumbass. That's awesome. And then we have the normal movement again. Yippee! So I actually did do it this stream. Nice. And our turn speed is insane. Let's do this divided by 10 and then this divided by 10 and see what happens. So our friction multiplier is going to be 0.1. Yeah, now it's like we're on ice. So, okay, I had 0.3 before. Awesome. I'm a math genius, by the way. Yeah, this is what I would expect. Oh, okay, I got the dopamine wave of actually getting this to work. Holy shit. Very good. Also, fun thing, if you ever see someone making like their own Minecraft clone and their sky looks like purple goop or like a depressing color, let them know. Right? Me and my friend compared like this game's visuals to Hytale, and one of the biggest differences are basically ambient occlusion. Well, no, textures, ambient occlusion, sky. I think those were like the biggest ones. Oh, and then lighting is that's already a lot. And fog also, but it's if I wanted to have a better looking game, like ambient occlusion is one of the number one things, and then just a sky gradient or a sky box. I think those two things will elevate the visuals quite a lot already. Oh, yeah. It feels so good to have this working. I should make a commit. Push that shit! Push! Yay! So now, next stream, or then off stream. Hold on, where's the thing? Here's this thing. Next stream, or on this off stream, I'm gonna figure out the fast movement. Right, we're gonna take this off, and then make this angle shit actually work well, right? And we're gonna have well-defined behavior for what happens when we turn and whatever, and what our turn radiuses are, and blah 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 blah, and hope that what I've been doing hasn't been a huge waste of time, right? because I kind of just believed like, oh, this path is most likely correct, and then I just started doing the work. I could have tested that the movement at fast speeds feels good. I didn't do that. I just fucking full it into it. I hope that's gonna pay out, right? Or pay off, rather, not pay out. The fuck? Let's see. Let's see if we're gonna raid anyone. That is my question. We are not raiding. I will just pop off. And I hope you all have a good one. Yeah, productive stream, 2 hours. And I got the shit done. And the movement. Bye bye.